isn't all this nature beautiful and just amazing? All this natural beauty seems like it could be such a spur of the moment kind of thing, but it wasn't. It definitely wasn't. I had to make a detailed plan to come out here and go on this amazing trip. Well, with that being said, today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the fundamental basics of planning ahead before going on any hike, backpacking trip, or just an ultimate adventure, as well as why it's so important to go on adventures and all the amazing things that can come from going on an adventure. Through my 2 years or so of going on hikes and backpacking trips, I've learned a lot, the hard way and sometimes the easy way, but no matter what happened, I always did research before and after the trip. After watching this video, I hope everyone is able to walk away with an inspiration to go out on a hike or go on a trip just to experience that adventure and gain that zest, as well as know the basic understanding of the steps to take before going on a trip, the basic planning, preparing, and all that good stuff. So, some of you guys may be wondering, why is going on an adventure so amazing anyway, and why should everyone go on them anyway? Well, let me tell you. Adventures open up this whole new world that you've never seen and experiences that you've never had, nothing that a picture can grasp or a textbook can explain. And ultimately, it betters your spiritual and mental well-being. In fact, the Huffington Post states in their article, 5 important reasons to embrace a little adventure. They say, people who partake in a variety of experiences are more likely to retain positive feelings than those who have fewer experiences. And another obvious reason to go out on an adventure is the benefit to your physical well-being. Going out and being active gets your muscles moving and burns extra fat and calories. You get your cardiovascular exercise going and get your legs moving and even your arms, and not to mention that heavy pack you're carrying. But lastly and most importantly, adventures create a better connection between your friendship or your loved ones, or even both. Personally, for me, my boyfriend and I have been going on adventures and hikes since we first started dating, and it's definitely strengthened our connection and our relationship through the adversity we've gone through the difficult times we've had, and most importantly, it's helped us better our experiences and the difficulties we have in our relationship. So why not go on an adventure? Now that we covered a little bit about why going on adventure trips are so amazing and why everyone should go on them, let's talk a little bit about the fundamental basics of planning ahead before any adventure trip. A lot of the information I'm going to be talking about today comes from an outside source that I personally use when going on adventure trips and planning ahead. And you guys all might have heard of it, REI. So in this section we're going to be covering 4 main topics, and within those main topics we're going to go into detail on how you can do these things. So the first one is choose an easy destination. And by this I mean determine what you could physically do. And pick a place close to home so that you're not too far away in case anything happens. Choose a trip with a shorter distance. This is really important considering your unusualness walking in different terrain and also carrying a big pack. Another important thing is picking a well-traveled trail. Doing this will more likely have you running into other hikers and backpackers in case you have any issues and need help. And lastly, think about the weather. When should you go? Midsummer is about the best time considering that it's not going to get too cold and it's not too hot. Next we have obtaining proper gear and clothing. On this table I have some of the products that you're going to want to have when preparing for your trip. The main gear includes a tent, which I don't have here, but another thing is a backpack. You're going to need one of these. Some sleeping bags, water treatment, which is really important to hydrate, and a mini portable camping stove and a mini portable camping pot. These help heat up water so you can heat up your meals and make what you're going to eat while you're out there. Next is clothes. It's really nice to have a good pair of long johns so you don't get cold during the night, as well as hiking layers, insulated clothing, And most importantly, rainwear. Living in the Pacific Northwest, we know that it can rain whenever it wants to. Hiking shoes or hiking boots are really important to give you that ergonomical support when walking on uneven terrain. And some other extra products that will help you out on this trip is hygiene products, a multi-tool, a flashlight, or a headlamp like I have here, bug spray, really important, and sunscreen to keep you from those harmful UV rays. But most importantly, that you hopefully won't have to use is a navigation tool and emergency devices. In case anything happens, it's really good to have those on hand. Here is a basic backpacking checklist for an easy overnight backpacking trip brought to you by REI. Number 3 is planning your backpacking food. Things like just add water and all-in-one meals like packaged ramen or box meals are perfect to use because then you can just use your mini portable camping stove to heat up the water and make your meals. For dinner, I like to use something like this. It's a butter and herb pasta side. You just add water and mix it up a little bit and you got some pasta. A great source to use for breakfast is something like grits or oatmeal. You know, you just add the water and you have a nice warm meal to start your day and you get the energy that you really need. Packing lunches and snacks are really important as well. High calorie, high protein bars will be really helpful on a trip where you'll both crave it and need it. I personally like to use Nature Valley crunchy granola bars. My boyfriend has a peanut allergy, so this helps us with that. And they're really good. Also, when preparing for your food, make sure to prepare for the wildlife you may be encountering. Be sure to properly package and keep away food from sleeping areas during the night, and depending on backcountry conditions, investing in a bear canister is an optimal idea. Lastly, number 4, get ready for your trip. And this means mentally prepare, physically prepare, and have your permits, maps, and logistics all planned out. And leave a trip plan with a family member or friend so that someone knows where you are, when you're supposed to come back, and so that if anything happens to you, they'll know where you're at. Lastly, pack your bags early. I can't stress this enough. It's so important to pack your bag early so that you can check it the day before you go and make sure you got everything. And if you don't have everything, it might be difficult on the trip. So those are the 4 basic fundamental planning ahead steps that I personally take and I recommend and suggest that you take, as well as the information from REI websites that suggest that. Feel free to use that checklist that I posted earlier. We've definitely covered a lot of information in this speech video today, but I hope that everyone in the audience is able to walk away with not only the inspiration to go out and seek an adventure, but have the fundamental understanding of the importance and the steps that come with planning ahead for your adventure trip. Through my personal experience and the vigorous research I've done for my personal experiences, and particularly for this project, we've gone over why going on adventures is so amazing, why everyone should go on them, and the fundamental responsibility everyone has to do before they go on their adventure trip. In short, we went over 4 main points. Number 1, figuring out the best location for your adventure trip. Number 2, the importance of essential gear and clothing. Number 3, properly planning your adventure food. And number 4, getting ready for your backpacking trip mentally, spiritually, physically, and your pack-wise. In order to properly and effectively enjoy your adventure, it is crucial that you remember the information that we went over in this video today. Lucky for you, you can go back, rewind it, take notes, and watch it all over again. But also check out the resources that I'll have at the end of this video and the visual aids that I use throughout this video to plan ahead for your adventure. But always remember to seek out adventure, reach for the stars, but keep your feet on the ground to enjoy optimum adventure and appreciation for your surroundings. Thank you.